Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buy sell short for Thursday, November 4th. Huge rally on Wall Street today. Fed's QE2 yesterday did the thing, and Fed came out $600 billion in additional purchases over the next 8 months, which essentially equates to 75 million a month or billion a month. Plus, they still have another 300 billion. So the QE2 above expectations. We're looking at $110 billion in extra liquidity coming into these markets over the next 8 months. And there is only two places it can go: commodities and stocks. And, those people who were calling for a sell off on the news, etc., egg on their faces, just like they have had over the last 2 months. Dollar sold off as well. We had gold romping, oil romping, and stocks just off to the races. Looking at the 15-minute chart, big fat breakout, especially today. We had that little shake and bake yesterday, and you had a lot of traders going, that's it. The market's going to sell off for the next few days. And like I said in the chat room, I didn't think that was going to happen. We had the SMH very, very strong into the close yesterday, and the SMH, as it always does, told us to get long this market. And look what happened today, 200-point rally. Looking at the Dow 15-minute chart going into tomorrow, just looking at the MACD and how we ended the session higher, even though we ended up 200-plus points today, I still think we might get a small little pop tomorrow. Looking at the daily chart, actually, let me take a smaller look here. We'll go back to that. Here's the daily chart. Fat little breakout here on increased volume. If we go back and check out the 3-year chart here, we can see this double top breakout. We're right at that next resistance band around 11,500, and we really have a great shot at seeing 12K plus before the end of the year. Just awesome setup in the markets right now. The post-election or midterm election trend that I've said has been on 100% indicator so far is looking just nice and perfect. SMH, big breakout on this one today. Over the last couple of days, if you bought each of these breakouts, you're just sitting on a fat little gain here. Next resistance, I've actually had to go back and pull up a 3-year chart. That's how bullish things are looking right now. We're breaking that 3074 area. Next resistance now is 32 and then 35 above that. Yes, we are very overbought. It's a lot of plays, are up in the nosebleed section, but there is a lot of money flooding into this market, and there are a lot of fund clowns and a lot of traders who thought they knew everything, sitting on the sidelines right now or short and going, what the hell did I do? Look what I'm missing. And we should start to see that money flood in. Small caps, mid caps, we saw some nice action today, but for the most part, the action was in large cap stocks. And, you're going to see average guys coming home tonight looking at the market, and the stocks that those guys buy are small and mid caps. So we should start to see those really pick up over the next few days. Earnings plays. NEI, MCZ, two plays we held into earnings. NEI beat as I expected, actually beat better than I expected. We were trading at $1.86 pre-market, but we actually had a sell-off on this one. Really, really surprised. They came in with a 400K EPS. When the stock tanked back there in August, it tanked here because they said they were going to post a loss. They came out today, that warning that they gave was negated today. So, thinking ahead, may not happen right away, but we're still eyeing that 2+ level on NEI. We're working off this little run that we had over the last few days, and this 8-day moving average, the 160 level really should hold on NEI, in my opinion. And if it dips lower, fantastic. This is definitely a nicely set up medium-term play, in my opinion. We had some money taken off the table today, but it will roar back, especially if the market continues to move higher. Stocks like NEI that are posting profits will do well. Also, after hours today, MCZ, surprise EPS report. Well, I thought there was a good chance that they would post an EPS. I had my fingers crossed that they would. They came in $1 million net profit, and this is before Call of Duty launches next week. These guys, $25 million market cap, $100 million in sales, $1 million EPS this quarter. Chart right there at that key resistance level, 54 cents. 80 cents is looking like it's going to be very, very possible over the next few weeks here, especially looking at some of its peers like GLUU that has less sales on a double market cap. Only thing holding this stock back is it trades on Scamex, but even then, these numbers are it's gonna be pretty hard for the specialist to hold this stock back. So, any dips, 46 cent and under, I would be looking to accumulate this one and possibly stick some in long-term accounts for the next 3 to 4 months. TRID sold off on its earnings report, consolidated nicely over the last couple of days. We jumped into this one yesterday. Nice little move today. We got that break of a key level at 190, and this is a stock that really could power back into the $2 level. RSI is upticking through the 50 level. Stochastics also where we like to see it, and curling up through 20. And this is a stock that should do very well in the near term. Again, these are the kind of stocks traders and funds are going to flood back into because they've shown that they can go on big months, and they've traded much higher. Back up to these levels they go. JSDA, Jones Soda. Very nice symmetrical triangle here. Closed right at the breakout today at $1.25. Continuation tomorrow. Actually looking at it's trading above the breakout and after hours. We're looking for a move here to $1.45. RSI looks great. Positive MACD cross. Stochastics going vertical through the 50 level. These guys report earnings next week, and we've got a breakout chart. They signed a deal with Walmart in May. So you've got to believe that their earnings report, Walmart is a huge seller. You've got to believe that these guys have a nice earnings report coming up next week, and we should see traders chase this stock into that event. LVLT, very large float, very large cap, trades a hell of a lot of volume and takes a lot of volume to move it. We've played it a few times in the past. This is a stock that lets you play it in size, pretty stable, but then goes on very nice runs. They reported earnings last week, got a pop to $1, then retraced all the way back down. The way the market's going right now, I could easily see this one. We're being conservative on it. We're looking for 92 to 95 cents. That could hit tomorrow or it could hit a couple of days from now. Stops at this one would trail stops now, 87 cents on this one. And kind of stock, a fund or two could come in, jam it up 10%, and Bob's your uncle. PRKR. This is a stock over the last couple of weeks, over the last 3 weeks actually, just got hammered. What ended up happening, I've been watching this one for a while, and this action really smelled like fund financing was coming in. This is typically what you see happen. Stock trades around here, and then all of a sudden it starts going down out of the blue for no reason every single day. Usually what that means is financiers have been contacted, they're shorting the stock ahead of the financing, then the financing is done, and then the stock bounces back up. They sold shares at 54 cents. Over the last week, it's consolidated. Financing has been finally completed. They've got earnings next week, so it's usually a good sign seeing a financing package done right before earnings, because typically what you expect to happen is the crooks go in, they loan the company money after shorting it down and covering the loan they gave. Then the company tells them what press is coming soon. Press comes out, they sell their shares for a fat profit. We're looking for a bounce back to 55 cents and 70 cents. The 50-day moving average, RSI coming out of oversold areas. MACD is about to cross positive, and Stochastics also looking like a buy here. Stops on this one, 41 cents, small play, just because it doesn't trade a whole lot of volume. If volume starts to come in here, however, you can possibly look to adding positions, especially on a break of 50 cents. So that's it for the video newsletter. Going into tomorrow, really love the setups on TRID and JSDA. And then after hours, we've got Madcats, MCZ, traded as high as 54 cents, 52 cents right now. So we'll be looking at it, challenging that 54 cent resistance tomorrow. And then hopefully we'll see some common sense come into the market and see NEI start its move back to where it should go, up there in the twos. That's it for the video tonight, guys. I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.